What's up, Mr. Gotti? I'm back with another Point Blank Period, and today we're going to talk about the New Orleans Saints' ugly victory over the Carolina Panthers last night. No matter how you try to dress it up, it's ugly. 12-9, looking like a high-scoring baseball game. It was ugly. But yet, we came out with the victory. And my favorite part about ugly wins, well, my only part that I like about ugly wins, is that it doesn't go in the stat column as ugly. We're not going to go down as 11-1-2. We're going to go down as 12-2. That just is what it is. So, let's get into the lone highlight of the game for the New Orleans Saints. It has to be the defense. The half of the team that used to be the butt of the jokes is now the one laughing at everybody. And the punchline is its elite production. Did you know that the New Orleans Saints have only allowed more than 24 points 3 times this year? The credit is not given to the New Orleans Saints for how strong their defense has come up lately. And I credit a lot of that to Demario Davis, by far our best free agent signing in a long time. The best one since Breeze. Not close to Breeze, but it's the best free agent signing since Breeze. He's a guy who came in and he shored up the front 7 for the Saints. Before he came in, the rush defense wasn't as good as it is now. Now the best rush defense in the NFL. He shores up everything in that front 7, and when the ball is snapped, he shores up everything that's within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. That goes for runs. That goes for little short drop-off passes. He's there for all of that. No more can the quarterback just check it down to the running back when everything's covered in the back. Because DeMario's right there. It's not getting more than 5 yards. He's probably going to be dropped right where he catches it. And that's what's so fantastic. So now we're seeing a defense who's playing well at every level. The corner and the safety made the biggest plays last night. Eli Apple with the interception. Von Bell with the forced fumble. The chase down forced fumble with the peanut punch. Like, what more do you want? I look at it and I say, wow, defense, thank you very much. They allowed 7 points. 7 points. And the only touchdown they scored was on Christian McCaffrey's halfback pass on 4th down. Great play, North Turner. But that's all they could get. That's all they could muster. Frequently shaking Cam off of his spot. Yeah, he might have been hurt, but he had no time to get comfortable, get a rhythm. Christian McCaffrey didn't average 4 yards per carry that game. They did very well. But now let's get to that anemic Saints offense that refuses to take its iron pills. They refuse. So now they continue to be cold. Over the last 6 halves, the Saints offense has been good for 2 of them, for 1 of them. For 1 half against the Buccaneers. There's been slow starts and there's been slow finishes for the Cowboy game and the Carolina game. Yet and still, we were able to come out with a victory in 2 out of 3 of those games. So, ugly wins, still wins, right? But let's get to what the problem is. So many people feel like the Cowboys drew up the blueprint. But I hate to break it to people who say that. Drew Brees has been 6 foot for the last 10 years. This isn't a new revelation that you get inside pressure. It's hard for him to throw. No quarterback likes inside pressure. This is not something new. You guys have not, found the Holy Grail. This is what happens. Stop saying that the Cowboys drew the blueprint. Every one of the 31 other teams in the NFL knew if you can get some inside pressure on Drew Brees, it's going to be tough for him to throw. He can't see over the lineman as it is. But this game was not even about that. This game was about the fact that the New Orleans Saints do not have a number 2 receiver lined up across from Michael Thomas. All you have to do is bracket Michael Thomas with a high-low, and there's nobody else. Kirkwood, Smith, Austin Carr was inactive. Tommy Lewis had a fumble at the end of the game. We can't rely on him. Dan Arnold dropping passes. This is everybody. All these receivers that we were like, wow, no-name receivers making plays 5-6 weeks ago are no longer making plays, and that's why you're seeing the production drop for the New Orleans Saints. It's not the inside pressure. It was against Tampa Bay and Dallas, but this game, players weren't making plays. People were dropping passes. That's what happened. If the Saints do not find a number 2 receiver to line up on the other side of Michael Thomas, this team will not win the Super Bowl. Period. Chicago's not going to let that fly. And Chicago might score on those turnovers that Carolina forced. It's not going to happen. So unless somebody can come in, hopefully Ted Ginn comes off of IR and somehow is able to create number 2 production, But if it doesn't, offense is going to continue to be anemic. And then add in the fact that Armstead has been out the last 4 weeks. There was literally a point in the game where you had the backup center. You had a backup left guard who was his first game active in Will Clapp. And you had Andrews Pete, who is our starting left guard, sliding out the left tackle where Saints fans know he's uncomfortable. That was all back. That was 3 backups next to each other. That mixed in with the fact that number 2 receivers have yet to emerge, you have a very nervous Drew Brees, and we're seeing it. He's uncomfortable. And now we're seeing bad Drew Brees. He's not even playing that bad, but it's like he's making some mistakes. It's like, come on, man, we're not doing what we're used to. Like, that MVP stuff's out the window. And I'm not saying we have to score 40 points every game. I would like to get 28, maybe 30. We've only not scored 30 points in 5 games this year. And 3 of them are the last 3 weeks. Some people blame it on Armstead. He's not healthy. Breeze doesn't feel comfortable over there. I blame it on the fact that the number 2 receivers has not emerged with Traquan Smith, Keith Kirkwood, all these guys not showing up. I just need a couple catches out of you guys to take a little pressure off Mike. Because they can just double Mike all day. All right. Shut down the offense? Cool. Nowadays, I feel like we have to start running the ball. For the rest of the year, I want to see at least 30 rushing attempts. And that's at my minimum. That's 15 apiece between Kamara and Ingram. I need to see at least 30 rushing attempts leading us to victory. This reminds me too much of last year when the offense was rolling and then all they had to do was stack the box and guard Michael Thomas, and that offense started cooling down. I can't have it happen again. This has to be the Saints year. They have to learn to run the ball effectively because they averaged a high, I want to say about 4.5 yards per carry. Ingram had 5. They have to do it. They have to run the ball. If they don't, at the way this offense, the passing game is working, it's not going to work. Period. The team's not going to end up being successful. If they want to get a first-round bye and they want to make it to Atlanta at the end of the year, they have to run the ball, and a number 2 receiver has to emerge. Other than that, I'm going to be watching the Super Bowl back at home with them. But this is D. Gotti. Thank you for watching another video. Hopefully the New Orleans Saints can get right. Hopefully. Cross his fingers. But we'll see you in the next couple weeks.